Hey everyone, I'm Louie. My dog William and I have been living in a van off and on for a little over 2 years now. So far, we have adventured through 21 states and 3 Canadian provinces. We've climbed, hiked, and have met a bunch of awesome nomads along the way. After a few months break living in a house through the beginning of the pandemic, we have built out a whole new van and hit the road again. This time, caravanning with my mom and her pup Lady. Thanks for watching and subscribe to find out where we end up each week. Hey everyone, and welcome to or back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about how you can minimize the crud in your life, determine what is vital, and learn how to find contentment with oneself instead. Most human beings who have grown up or live in a country dictated by capitalism grow up with the notion that owning more physical items equates to a more rich and wealthy lifestyle. For some, this might be the right route. However, for most, we are discontent and overwhelmed by the items we hold on to. When you are burdened by the need to find a place to store the items that don't hold any value to you, it can make life more cluttered and complicated. Sometimes it can make your life even more expensive, thus distracting you from what matters the most to you. For example, the experiences you live or spending time with your friends and family. I wanted to make this video because I have been there and still struggle with it in even this tiny little space. I wanted to share a little bit about what I know, what I've done, and what I am still working on in order to free myself of the burden of owning so much stuff. Step 1. Let go and practice being at home with oneself. Realize that items are not a reflection of who you are, and that you can and you will be able to live with less. If you look at the items that you need in modern society, the list isn't really that long. We need food, water, hygienic items, the clothing on our backs, most likely the electronics you use to work or communicate with others, and your vital documents. Beyond that, I might argue the rest is all just something that you desire. I think the thing that scared me the most about living with less stuff was the idea that I might not be able to survive without having more things. I was stuck in the mindset that I always needed more. I also was kind of afraid that if I didn't have the right stuff to prove my worth to people, then they wouldn't accept me. And then I can't tell you what exactly made me start watching those videos. Maybe it's growing up with a family that had to move a lot and seeing that it was really hard to move around with a lot of stuff all the time. I started watching YouTube videos about downsizing, and then I actually tried it myself. I realized that I didn't get less happy and I was totally able to live efficiently without the stuff that wasn't really of value to me or I didn't really use. A good way, I think, to test the waters and see how it feels to get rid of stuff is to gift or give something that you no longer use or need to a friend or family member who expresses they want it and they might use it more. And then just take note of how that feels. If you really want to challenge yourself, a really good way to test out how much stuff you need is to go camping. Even your backyard or your friend's backyard works. Take note of the things that you use in this process. And if camping isn't really your thing or it's inaccessible to you, then I just recommend going around your house one day and just being very aware and present of what you're using in your house. Just kind of take note. You can even bring a notebook and be like, I use this. If you really want to get fancy with it, I mean, you don't have to do that. I think that if you just stay present and really think about what you're using, on a weekend day, you'll notice that you don't use very much in your house. It will surprise you how much you don't actually ever touch and it just sits in the corner all day, every day, all the time. Step 2. Separate your things. Now that you are toying around with the idea of owning less stuff and getting rid of stuff, it's time to finally do the brunt of the work and start getting rid of stuff and organizing. It's time to start sorting through your things. Remember, this is a process, so don't be hard on yourself if it feels really challenging, and it can sometimes even make you want to cry. And for me, this has been an extremely iterated process. I will purge one time and then I'll take a month off and kind of see what else I need and then do it again. And I'll keep doing it until I've freed up the space that I need in order to feel happy. I like to section off my things into categories. There's 2 parts to this. First of all, I like to section off my things in general in categories like clothing, dishware, electronics, or I like to sort through things by drawer by drawer or shelf by shelf. Then from there, the second part is to categorize the things that you are organizing and sorting through into their own individual categories. These categories are what you are keeping, trash, the maybes, donations, giveaways to friends and family, and then your items that are for sale. This will allow you to really take a look and evaluate what stuff you have. The keeping pile should challenge you to think about how much stuff you actually need and how much stuff will fit in the space that you are storing it, as well as it should challenge you to think about what things actually make you happy. When you look at them or use them or touch them, does it make you happy to have them around, besides the fact that you might actually just need it for like cooking or something. Step 3, sell your things. This is my favorite part because it actually makes me feel like I'm being productive and I'm earning something tangible from this process. And it helps me really get excited about the possible things that I could do with the money instead of having items sitting around that I don't use. Turn that into fun or an experience or food or pay your bills, which all get you closer to achieving your dream. For this, I just recommend using the technology that we have today. I've sold so much of my stuff on Facebook Market, though I don't like Facebook, and I really think this is the only feature that is good on Facebook anymore. But there are other apps like Let Go or OfferUp. I've used those before to sell things, and those are wonderful. You can also go old school and use Craigslist, but bring a friend with you. Always have someone around with you if you're selling things to a stranger. I don't want to recommend anything that's going to get anyone kidnapped. Just bring someone with you and make sure you are safe. This last purge of mine, I made close to $2,000. That is the price of a van. That's how much I spent on this van that I currently drive around and explore in. It's possible. And then with that money, I was able to buy a Dometic 12-volt fridge, which I had been mulling around in my head for so many days how I was going to afford a fridge because that's something that's really important to me. I turned all the stuff that I don't use anymore into a fridge that I use now and I love, and it works so well. Woo! Step 4, how to change your purchasing habits and stop buying unnecessary things. This is important to keep you on the right path. This is work that you have to do your whole life. Under the grip of capitalism, it can be really easy to fall into spending patterns and to think that you need something that you don't. In order to own less and live bigger, it's an ongoing process of unlearning and teaching yourself to think differently. I recommend beginning to think about the stuff that you're buying and think about their environmental impact. I'm definitely not perfect myself, and I also can't always afford the more sustainable option, and I totally understand that others might not be able to as well. But when you can and when you are able, switching to a more conscious thought process about what you are purchasing on a day-to-day process can really help keep the amount of items you own down. I challenge you to think about these things when you're thinking about adding something to your arsenal. Where did it come from? Who made it? What resources does this item use in its fabrication? Will I use this, or is there another way to accomplish this task without this item? Does this item have a meaningful purpose, and does it improve my space positively? And lastly, do I even need this item? Just straight up. I think it can be really challenging to make these changes cold turkey. Try changing something small and see how it goes. It's baby steps. Something is better than nothing, and every step gets you closer to living your dreams. The last and final step is finding freedom and owning less crap. For most, completing these steps will drastically change your life and the way you go about the world. When you own less stuff and you begin to spend less money on things you don't need, you will start to feel lighter. I seriously know I did. It's made the task of moving into this van and the idea of exploring places that I never thought I would go a lot less scary and honestly easier. And also instead, I spend money on doing things that I really like doing, like spending money on produce and kind of expensive items to make recipes that I'm excited about. It's allowed me to purchase an annual national parks card, which allows me to explore, which is another one of my really favorite things to do. It's also allowed me to spend money on video equipment, and we all know that's one of my favorite hobbies too. The sky is the limit. So be gentle with yourself in this process and really think about the stuff that you own and the stuff that you want to buy. There really is no rush in this process either. When you do get to a point where you feel less burdened by things, it really is worth all of the work. Just take the time to think about the stuff you own. It will really change your life, I promise, and you're going to be so proud and so thankful that you did. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you want to support this channel and you liked this video, the best way to help is by sharing this video on your social media platforms, as well as sharing with your family and friends. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope this video has started your gears turning and it can be an inspiration to you to go on your own adventures. See you in the next one, everyone. Bye!